Hello everyone, how you doing today? Cheers. Everybody have a great weekend wherever you find yourself today. Hope your cup is full of happiness and your glass is full of gratitude. So you're ready to check out some more houses with low prices and high potential. One of these you're going to need some gloves for, so let's check them out, shall we? And we're going to begin right here in Pennsylvania. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome to subscribe and join our growing community, because this is where we venture through state to state, through town to town, see how much house, cabins, and acreage, and sometimes churches we get for our money. And we're going to begin right here in Pennsylvania, in Gallitzin, Pennsylvania, at 123 Forest Street. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house with 952 square feet, and it's sitting on a 5,227 square foot lot. It's $15,000, and it's only been on the market for 3 days. So let's see what we're getting in Gallitzin, Pennsylvania for $15,000. Okay, so this looks like it's aluminum sided with a metal roof. Look at our very nice covered porch. Gotta love it. Perfect place for our hanging baskets. So we're in Gallitzin, Pennsylvania, and we are in Cambria County, where the population is just under 1,500 people. So it looks like we have some landscaping around the back that we could trim up. Looks like it's on a concrete block foundation, and it does have a paved driveway. So if you want to be within an hour and 20 minutes or so of Pittsburgh, this might suit your needs. It does have a nice yard. $15,000. If you're new to the channel, make sure you meander through the episodes, because it's pretty amazing the houses that are out there that we can buy way below the median sale prices. And these homes, even though they have low prices, I believe they're full of potential. That's a really nice porch. There's your metal mailbox, so when I write you a letter, say welcome home. Okay, look at this. So we're moving right on into the kitchen. Look at how nice that kitchen is. So we have a beautiful wood window above our sink, double sink. We have matching appliances, stainless appliances, flat top range, really pretty cabinets. We have vinyl linoleum on our floor. Needs some little attention. $15,000 in Gallitzin, Pennsylvania. It's a really pretty kitchen. So it does have a backsplash on there that looks like an application of that mimics stone. So here is some paneling. We have our wood stove. That might be ceramic tile on the floor there, and you've got a nice open staircase. If you're in Pennsylvania looking in Gallitzin, this might suit your needs. $15,000. And these are the asking prices, and you can always make an offer. You can always have home inspections. Bring your general contractors out. Ask the agent how long the house has been vacant. Get down to the fine details. Now, it does have baseboard heat also. $15,000 right here in Gallitzin, Pennsylvania. So this may be one of the bedrooms. Now, that might be hardwood flooring. It's definitely going to need some attention. So the agent did not open up the curtains, so we don't know if it's a tub and shower combination, but we do see our sink. Not much else, in a medicine cabinet. So here, this room does have carpet. This might be another bedroom. Yeah, definitely need some wall paint, some cleanup. Gonna need those gloves. But with houses with these low prices, we can't expect them to be new and shiny, right? So we have to be, we have to expect that we're going to have to put a little sweat equity into these. Sometimes some need more than others. But for $15,000, this might be a great find for somebody. Now, when you have your home inspection, they'll tell you the longevity of your roof. They'll check the windows to see if they're wood, vinyl, or aluminum. They'll run your mechanicals. They'll run your dishwasher. They'll check your foundation. Some people buy these houses cash and they just buy them as is, where is. So if you've been saving your money and you don't want to rent a house, this one might suit your needs. This is nice. $15,000. So let's get some details off the description. 123 4th Street. And I do list the agencies and the addresses and the counties in the description box below of the video. And so this, again, has only been on the market 3 days. It doesn't tell us how long or what year it was built. Let's look at our street view here. There we are. Very pretty, but we always research our neighborhoods. Roof doesn't look too bad on that property. And there's our sidewalks for our walkability. And this is, again, I think this is east of Pittsburgh. We'll look at the map here in just a minute. But yeah, that holds a lot of potential right there for $15,000. 123 Forest Street. Let's look at our map. You have a Midway Cafe, so you can go grab yourself a cup of coffee. So let's see here. I don't know why it's giving me this kind of a map view, but let's look at our satellite view. I'm not sure what's going on with the map. So here we are. So Pittsburgh, we are east of Pittsburgh, probably about an hour and a half, depending on traffic. So here we are right off of 76. So we're to the north of Hollidaysburg, and we're west of Altoona, and we are east of Ebensburg here, right on the map. Bellwood is up to the northeast. So we're right off of Highway 99, and then you've got 79 over here, closer to Pittsburgh. 123 Forest Street, and that is Gallitzin, Pennsylvania 16641. And the description states that it's square footage and lot size are approximate. Buyer should verify it's being sold as is. Heating system has been frozen, so you may need a new, and maybe that's why they put that wood stove in there, or maybe they didn't use their heating system. They only heated with the wood. And so again, have your home inspections on this one. And for the history on this one, it was sold in 2000 for $28,000. It was listed in 2024 for $45,000. Now they're listing it for $15,000, but it doesn't tell the year. But it may be a great buy for somebody that wants to put some effort into it. Just never know what we're going to get. All right, so now we're headed into, again, is the front view. That's a very pretty house. Moving into Kaplan, Louisiana. Check this one out. Now, this is a foreclosure. This may be just a cash deal. It's $19,900 with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. It's 838 square feet on a 5,663 square foot lot at 308 North Trahan Avenue, Kaplan, Louisiana, 70548. It's only been on the market not quite 2 days. So let's see what we're getting in Kaplan, Louisiana for $19,900. And these are the asking prices. Remember, you can always make an offer. This is really cute little cottage here. Nice covered entry. Nice paved walkway to get us up there. Very pretty. Plenty of room for some more landscaping and that pop of color. You could always paint the exterior. That might be wood-sided, so you may want to have a termite inspection. Yeah, this one's going to need some attention again, but we don't expect it to be new and shiny. But it can be when you're done with it. So it looks like we might be down to the raw floor here, and that looks like paneling on the walls. If any of you check out Tia Weston on her $1 house in Oklahoma, she's done a fabulous job. She bought her house for $1. This one here is under $20,000. You could do the same thing. Renovate it and bring life to it, bring life to the community, enhance your neighborhoods. Have yourself your own little house. This is nice. It's got a lot of windows here. And in Kaplan, Louisiana, we're in Vermilion Parish, and your population is just under around 4,600 people. And today in Louisiana, it's 80 degrees. Here's our kitchen. Good sized kitchen. Just visualize this, I guess, with a fresh coat of paint, and you could have an island or bring an island out and like make it more of an L shape. You could just completely take it all right down to the studs and start over if you wanted. But you have a really nice enamel sink there. We're not getting appliances with this one. Kaplan, Louisiana. So it looks like they started doing something with the ceiling there. This might be one of the bedrooms area, and that looks like it is carpet. $19,900, and in Louisiana, your real estate tax rate is 0.55%. So quite a difference from Pennsylvania, which is 1.41. So this, you have a lot of storage here. A lot of closet space behind those doors. And this is probably the bedroom, as I mentioned. Under $20,000 if anybody's looking in Louisiana. So here's our bathroom. That vanity looks very nice. It looks like it's been closed up. You can always ask how long it's been vacant. We do have a window there, and that is a tub. It doesn't look like we have a shower. It looks like there's a cabinet right above that tub faucet. Looks like a parquet floor, maybe vinyl. I bet they were smokers who lived in here because that looks like nicotine. This is going to need some serious scrubbing. There is an ozone machine that you can use for smoke stains and things. But look at that beautiful flooring. Somebody might take all the wall coverings off and take it right down to the studs. Nonetheless, it's under $20,000. It could be a great find for somebody looking in Louisiana. So this might be your utility room. There again is another view of the outside. That's nice. You got a couple of outbuildings. This has a lot of potential. Cute cottage. Look at that beautiful yard. Very nice. So it's fenced in. That's always nice. Adds a little value for you. One less thing you've got to worry about, especially if you have pets. Beautiful tree. Give you some shade under the Louisiana heat. Yeah, that's really, really cute right there. Okay, 308 North Trahan Avenue. That's Trahan. It's only been on the market a few hours, so let's look at our street view for this one. Here's our neighborhood. Looks like a nice, quiet little area, but again, we do our research. That's very pretty. I'm sure the neighbors would appreciate somebody fixing up the house and improving the value of the neighborhood. And here's our map view. So here we are in Kaplan. Andrews to the north, as is Indian Bayou. Abbeville is over to the east, and Gueydan, Gueydan, is over to the west. Cow Island is to the south. So we're not far from the coastline by any means. Kaplan, Louisiana. Here's our satellite view. So we're not too far off Highway 10. And there you are in Kaplan. Look at how pretty this location is. Not far from Baton Rouge. That's Kaplan, Louisiana, for $19,900, and that's the asking price, and it is a foreclosure. 2-bedroom cottage on an oak tree-lined boulevard in Kaplan. The fenced-in backyard features 2 sheds. You have a nice porch with a shaded backyard. And for the history on this one, says here, no history on it, so it probably has longevity with the seller. And that's $19,900. Again, it doesn't tell us the year, unfortunately, but that's got a lot of potential. Super cute cottage right there. So now we're headed into Hancock, Kentucky. Look at this place. Wow. This is in an Indian Lake community. And from my research, it shows that you do have an HOA annual fee. So once a year, it's $550. This property is $34,900. It's sitting on a 5,097 square foot lot. The house itself is 1,080 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. It's at 210 Clubhouse Drive in Hancock, Kentucky, 42348. It's been on the market for 3 days. Now in Hancock, Kentucky, we're in Hancock County, where the population is 9,095 people, and your real estate tax rate is 0.80%. So still less than that national average of 0.99. And home values in this area are just around $217,000. So this property holds a lot of, just future equity. 34.9, so let's see what we're getting. This looks really pretty. Wait till you see this. This is a brick structure with a shingle roof and a beautiful screened porch, as we see. Nice paved path getting us up to the entrance. Look at this. This is so pretty. Love that white fireplace. We do see issues with our ceiling, but again, it's under $35,000. But it's a light, white, bright interior space, hardwood flooring. This holds a lot of potential. This has got so much charm and character to it. And again, we are in Hancock, Kentucky with this one. So they do have recessed lights in the ceiling in our living room, a lot of windows. But again, home inspections will let you know if those windows are aluminum, if they're vinyl, if they're wood. Look how pretty this is. That is a gorgeous fireplace. We do have cracks in our walls. And again, this is a brick house. $34,900, and that's the asking price. You base your offer on what you feel the house is worth to you. Base your offers on how much work it needs, on the home inspection results. This is just another one that needs saved. It's really unfortunate how many vacant houses are out there in the middle of nowhere. You know, I even see them when I'm driving around and when I look for houses to put in these episodes. There are so many houses that I just wish we could form a community of people, contractors that can, you know, remove the homes that are just sitting there dilapidating that people own and they're just paying taxes on them. They don't put them on the market to sell. It'd be nice if we could just take all of those materials and just start building small houses for our veterans and our homeless population and just use recycled materials. Why not? They're just sitting there dilapidating, which is a real shame. Look at these windows. Those are really pretty. But again, we're going to need some pointing done here on the brickwork and the walls there. This would be a really cool place to see in person. Let me know in the comments what brings you to the channel. It's always good to have you. Make sure you subscribe and join our growing community. Yeah, this has got a ton of potential. Look at this. Just looks like it's been neglected for a while. Hardwood floor is very pretty, but it definitely is going to need some interior pointing. Mason work, I guess you could say. Here's our bathroom. What there is of it. But it does have tile flooring. These windows are so vintage. The whole place is vintage. Maybe that's why they're not giving us the year it was built. Look at, they even put plans on the upper cabinets. They knew we were coming. So here's our kitchen. Look at this. So you do have some cabinets. You have an electric range. There's your water heater. Vinyl flooring. You do have a refrigerator. $34,900. Hancock, Kentucky here. An Indian Lake community. Once somebody finishes with this, this is going to be beautiful. If they can restore it to its, back to the era and, you know, restore it to most of its natural charm would be fantastic. Look at this. Look at our covered porch. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful place to hang out, have coffee and conversation. This is so pretty. I hope somebody scoops this up. $34,900. So this looks fairly new, the screen porch. So maybe somebody started working on it and they just decided to put it on the market. And I mean, it's definitely going to need a professional, that's for sure. But if you're a brick mason, maybe this will suit your needs. Indian Lake Community in Hancock, Kentucky, $34,900. That is so pretty. Very pretty. All right, so 210 Clubhouse Drive has 1,080 square feet. It looks larger than that, and it's on a 5,097 square foot lot. So let's look at our map here because we don't really get a street view for this one. There we are. Indian Lake is right there to the south. And then you have the Ohio River, and you're right near the Indiana line. You've got a fishing pier over here to the northeast. Got Riverview Restaurant nearby. So there we are on the map. You're to the west of Skillman. and Hawesville is over to the west. So we're in northern Kentucky with this house right here. Indian Lake Community. There we are on the map. Right near the Ohio River. If any of you are looking in Kentucky, save this one, would you? This is a nice find. There we are. Louisville's up there to the northeast, and Owensboro is down here to the southwest. 210 Clubhouse Drive, and the description states it's truly one-of-a-kind cottage. It's full of character and charm, waiting for its original features to be brought back to life, and I would highly agree with that. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. You're an Indian Lake community. You have rich wood flooring in a fantastic condition, stunning windows, and a fireplace that serves as a true centerpiece, and the wraparound porch is your perfect place to entertain. And for the history on this one, it was just listed, so there's longevity with the seller also. And again, the real estate tax rate in Kentucky is 0.80%. $34,900. Somebody needs to save that. That is sweet. Now we're going to check this one out in Michigan. This is Mount Morris, Michigan. This house is $6,000. Now, mind you, you're going to need some gloves, but you're getting the well, the septic, the utilities, and the structure for $6,000. It's at 5442 Nasser Street in Mount Morris Township, Michigan, 48505. Now in Mount Morris Township, we are in Genesee County, where the population is 3,086. The real estate tax rate in Michigan is 1.35%. This house has been on the market for 12 days. This one was built in 1965. So let's see what we're getting for $6,000 in Michigan. And it's on a little more than 1/4 acre. To me, this does not look too bad from what we see on the outside here. Looks like it could have wood siding and maybe vinyl or aluminum on the other side. It's a concrete foundation. We have a nice covered entry. We have a carport, beautiful lawn. And I would imagine as the weeks pass, we're going to have beautiful foliage. Look how cute this is. $6,000. So any of you looking in Michigan, definitely check this one out. Has a shingle roof. We have an outbuilding that may have seen better days, but maybe it just needs doors on the front. Can't quite see what's happening there on the right side of it. Looks like we have a chain link fence. A little more than 1/4 acre. Wow, this just looks like it's full of potential. Just from what we see on the outside. So here we go. This is where your gloves are going to come in handy, and a dumpster, I would imagine. $6,000. We can't expect this one to be too new and shiny. But we do have some nice knotty pine. Going to find out how long it's been vacant. So it does need ceiling repair. Somebody might take this right down to the studs. Might just start completely fresh with it, but we do see hardwood flooring. Not sure if that's a bedroom. That knotty pine is beautiful. Looks like those are closet doors. That's the one room that has the missing window that we saw from the outside. That might be right down. Looks like that's hardwood floor that was covered with maybe vinyl. If any of you are looking to fix this up as a rental property, or you want to just fix it up and live in it, this might suit your needs. It's $6,000. The woodwork is really nice from what we can tell here. And when we get it there in person, these houses might be in better condition than what they actually show in the photographs. They might be way worse. Needs saved nonetheless. Or you just take it down to the foundation and build yourself a new house if you like. Because this does need flooring. But as the weather warms up, and today in Michigan it is 61 degrees, but it's just going to get warmer. But this room right here is the worst of it. That's the bathroom. That's in bad shape. It does have the window, but that bathroom is going to have to be completely renovated from start to finish, it looks like. And there's what the kitchen looks like. Did have linoleum on the floor at one time, but look at that woodwork. It's really pretty. Yeah, the kitchen could be completely overhauled. Or the whole house, actually. But we're looking at a lot with your utilities, with a well, septic, and electric. And if it's hooked up to municipal, maybe you could just build a new home here. But again, maybe when you get in there in person, it's really not as bad as it looks. I mean, it's filthy. There's no doubt about that. Here's your basement. Look at this. Basement doesn't look bad. There's another view of the outside. $6,000 for this property right here. $6,000. 5442 Nasser Street. And it was built in 1965. Let's take a look at the street view. So this is what it looked like at one time. This is the neighborhood. But again, we researched neighborhoods, but this does not look too terrible to me. You're on a nice little side street. And there looks like there might be another vacant house next door. Maybe you could scoop that one up too and save two for the price of one. Never know. So that's what it looked like. Let's see if there's any other photographs on Google. So this is what it looked like back in 2011. That's really cute. This is what it looked like in 2008. So let's look at it on our map, see where we are here. You got a pizza restaurant nearby, and you also have fish and chicken land. So we are to the west of Beecher, and we're in Mount Morris, Michigan, and we're to the east of Flushing. Yeah, so we're right here below Bridgeport and Saginaw is up to the north there. 5442 Nasser Street. It's only been on the market 12 days, built in 65. Says here, tree-lined, quiet street waiting for your love, sitting on a deep lot. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, large living room, dining area, kitchen, unfinished basement, and a carport, priced at $6,000. And you could make them an offer, and that house possibly could be yours if you want to live on that in that location. And it was sold. This house sold in 2006 for $55,000. Then it sold again in 2008 for $10,000. Now they're listing it for $6,000. It's 60 years old. $6,000 there in Mount Morris Township, Michigan, 48505. And then we have this one in Hancock, Kentucky, this brick beauty for $34,900. Or we have this one in Kaplan, Louisiana. Well, it's not going to show it, I guess. And we have this one in Pennsylvania for $15,000. In the Kaplan, Louisiana house, I don't know where it went. And let's see, here we go. There is the one in Kaplan for $19,900. Wherever you guys are today, hope you're having a fabulous day. Hope you all had a great weekend and you're all rested up. Headed right into May. Before we know it, it's going to be Memorial Weekend. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell because the house you're not looking for might be in the next episode. And stay tuned, you guys, because more houses are coming up with low prices and high potential. Have a great day, everybody. Cheers.